What is popping, you guys? First things first, let me give two of my lovely subscribers a shout out. The first person I would like to give a shout out to is my girl Taiwan Carr. I'm sure y'all have heard her many times, me mention her many times on my channel. She's awesome. She's dope. She's a fitness trainer. She's lovely. She's smart, intelligent, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys subscribe to her YouTube channel as well. I actually have her YouTube channel in the bottom bar below. And also, I would like to give a shout out to La 5T Minute. And they're awesome, great, thank you. And I gave them a shout out because last week in my Love and Hip Hop New York Review Reunion Part 2, they mentioned, they named correctly the song that I was singing, which was Avant and Kiki Wyatt, Nothing in This World. So, anyway, we are back in the building, you guys. Like, officially. Like, we're here. I think Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is probably everybody's favorite franchise for the most part. Last season, it kind of took a wrong turn for me. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, it was just kind of like, oh, child. I don't know. It was moments in there. I mean, I still enjoyed it, but Jocelyn really left a nasty old rank ass numb taste in my mouth. It was like putting sanitizer in my mouth. I was just like, ooh, girl, no. So I wasn't feeling it. But Jocelyn, she's pregnant now, and she seemed to be. Hopefully, she's a little better this season. As far as her attitude, she was just really stank, thinking she better than people and stuff. And I was just like, girl, bye, girl, bye, bye. But anyway, let's just get straight into this review. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, season 6, episode 1, I believe. I believe it's called "Who's Your Daddy," I believe. So anyway, the episode opened up with Horseline. She's literally in the pool, swirling around. She's doing a photo shoot for her pregnancy. The baby's name is Bella, Bonnie Bella, I believe. Um, did y'all see Jocelyn on the Real? That was hilarious when she was on the Real daytime show. Hilarious. Jocelyn is a fool, and she almost got them kicked off the air because her mouth is just crazy, and she just ain't got no filter. I mean, it is what it is. So anyway, she's had the baby in real life, but on the show, she's still pregnant, so whatever. And this is the whole thing is Jocelyn's trying to find out who's her baby daddy. She know her baby daddy is Stevie. She know her baby daddy is Stevie Jonas. She don't know why he denied her, because she the only person that she done had a baby daddy with. But everybody else is just like, I don't know if Stevie's the father, and Stevie's just like, I don't know if I'm the dad or whatever the issue. So it's just a whole mess with that. It's kind of stupid. Whatever. We'll go with it. So as she gets up out the pool, Jocelyn, Young Dro meets her. I forgot what hit song Young Dro has, but apparently Jocelyn, she was just like, Young Dro, he's a real rapper and he's a real artist and all the stuff, as if Stevie J wasn't. Now, one thing you cannot take away from Stevie J is his talent and the things he's done. He's a great writer. He's written for like Biggie, Mariah back in the day. Like Stevie got some credentials. He's somebody. He's somebody. You feel me? But just him being on the show just kind of like, brought him down a little bit for me. Y'all let me know in the comments y'all feel the same. Like, since he's done reality television and he's basically, we saw him pimp this woman out, Jocelyn, for seasons on the show, and it's just like, I don't know, he kind of lost his cool points, kind of went down a little bit. But then again, did nobody really know who he was prior to the show, so I guess you win some, you lose some, but you live, son. You live to fight another day. Yes, God, y'all let me know what movie that come from. Legendary black movie, legend. So she's talking, and that was pretty much it. Jocelyn, she looked cute, pregnant. So we move on to who move on to Carly Red and Young Jock. So Young Jock, he done moved out to the woods, giving me Frankie Lyman tease. Ah, ah, why do fools fall in love? Yeah, y'all remember that movie, Why the Fools Fall in Love? with Hallie and Vivica and Leela. Rashawn from Waiting to Exhale. It's in Lorenz Tate. The movie was a trip. Anyway, what happened? Uh Young Jock moved out to the woods with a pack of llamas or alpacas, I believe is what they call it. Llamas, whatever. Y'all know the little camel moments is spit in your face, and he got spit on, and all that kind of stuff. Carla Red walking through the woods with this see through. Um, I don't know what the hell that was she had on. It was a skirt, but it was all like cut up in blocks, and it was see through and uh, whatever. Them niggas don't belong in the woods. Like I don't know what the hell is going on. Jock in this perm, like he really done lost his damn mind. It was swooped to the gods though. Jock's hair is laid. Y'all can't tell me Jock hair ain't laid. He's serving it to the people. 24/8. Okay. And Carly and Jock, apparently Jock was just like, Carly just kind of got like a little hold on me. Like I can't get rid of her. Like, I just want some. I just want something from her. And Carly Red, they sitting on the bitch talking or whatever. They pulled up some chairs, get ready to have a little cookout with them too. I ain't seen no food though, but whatever. She was just like, I know you keep trying to sleep with me, and I know you want this, but you got to work for this, and I want you to apologize for everything that you did. Jock and Carly, they've had a tumultuous relationship. It's been so much shit that went down between them, especially when he was with Baby D and all that moment, and all the stuff that he talked about her, and it's just been crazy. But I definitely see that they have a connection, and in a weird way, y'all. I want to see Carly Red and Young Jock work it out because it's just it's just trash getting together and just making just fucking up the world, and I would appreciate that because he lies and cheat and she lies and cheats. They just need to be together, two hoes, and just fucked up in the head and think they can rap and sing and shit. Just make it happen. Have both of them come together. I heard my friend was telling me the other day that Carla Red was somebody's on her list, child. She talking to some new rapper or some child that she's trying to rape. So it's just a mess. Carly Red, she's got so many lifelines. And it's so funny. Carly Red was so disliked the first season of the show, and second season of the show, and third season of the show, but she just won't go nowhere. She just keeps, I don't know. Child. Carly Red like she do anything to stay on that damn show. It's all these girls have, darling. It's Mona. I guess. So, moving on from that, also Young Jock mentioned that Horseline was having a masquerade party. And Carla Red was just like, well, ain't nobody gonna be there because she ain't got no friends, yada yada. Jocelyn really showed her ass last season, but most of those girls wasn't fooling with Jocelyn before then anyway. So speaking of the girls, we have Mimi. She's meeting up with the people. She meeting up with Rashida, Tammy, Arian, her friend. Arian has just been a friend on the show for the longest. Will somebody give Arian like a storyline? Mona, why can't you give Arian a full storyline? It doesn't make any sense. This woman has put in her time. She's put in her dues. Like, why can't she be a main cast member at this point, Arian? Like, I don't get it, but whatever. So they're all talking and sitting down, and we meet a new person on the show. A new love interest, I guess, of Mimi. This lesbian. Her name is Melissa. She's apparently a party promoter. She has party buses or whatever in Atlanta, and she's representing the LGBT community, which I appreciate. But it's like, whatever. Just somebody else who's Mimi's dragging along for a storyline. Child, just another little lady boy, just like she did Chris from last season. So it's quite sad. It really, really is. They're cute as a button. Anyway, so Melissa, she is cool with Jocelyn. And Mimi also tells the girls that Jocelyn's having a party, and it was just like Tam was just like, "Oh, I was cool with you, but now you fuck around with Jocelyn." And one thing Melissa said that I appreciate that she said that even though Jocelyn's my friend, we're cool. I know how to deal with her. Like I never let Jocelyn talk bad about Mimi when I'm around. So obviously Melissa got some kind of feelings for Mimi. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. What happens with that. So Tommy, Tommy, meets up with Stevie J. Tommy's back child, just as bipolar and crazy and a drunk, and just a mess. Tommy is a trip. I didn't really care for Tommy much last season, but as the season went on, I started to like her a little bit more. I think Tommy's cool. I think Tommy's hilarious. Tommy is pure entertainment. You hear me? So Tommy meets up with Stevie J, and apparently, Jocelyn's still taking this whole thing to court. Where last season, apparently Tommy rolled up on Jocelyn and Stevie J at some point and threatened her and tried to run her over and all kinds of shit. And it was just a mess. It was a whole little like videotape moment of it. And apparently Jocelyn hasn't let it go. And basically, they want to see Tommy in court. So Tommy, she's upset. She was just like, "Damn, I would have waited on the bitch to drop the baby off before I hit her in her mouth." Like, damn, like why she still doing this? Like we could settle it in the streets. Why you had to call the law? And the minute you try to string your life up and stuff, people always there trying to bring you down and all that kind of stuff. And I just don't understand. But I killed that bitch though. Tommy, she goes back and forth. She's all over the place. She's everything. I wonder when Tiara's coming back on this season. I think she's coming back this season later on. Yeah, I don't know. Tiara's stunning. Ugh, I could look at that woman all day. Just stupid though. Just keep getting pregnant by all these ain't shit ass niggas. Like, oh child, that's a sickness. But anyway, Stevie was just like, you know what, it'll be cool, no issues. We good. So Tommy, a little later on in the episode, Tommy and Stevie meets up. She on a badass suit going into court, and apparently the judge, was no holds bars. He did not play with Tommy. He was just like, "Look, I know you got all these mug shots, and I'm sure you know some people in jail, so I'm sure you'll be in there with family. So your ass going back to jail." They tried to reason with the judge and talk to him, but he didn't care to hear anything. He was just like, fuck that. Did you threaten her and all this kind of stuff? And that's your ass. And you're basically going down boots. So they showed Tommy on the way to the police car. She was just like, peace. It was just real. It was real hood rat. It was a giggle moment, but it was a sad moment as well. And Tommy has two daughters. I only found that out because I follow her on Snapchat. But I was just like, it's just this girl, get it together at some point. At some point, you have to stop bragging about beating people's ass in the middle of the street. Like, that shit only counts in the hood. Like, eventually, if you want to go somewhere, if you want to be somebody, you got to wake up and pay attention, boo. And you have to, grow out of some shit. Grow out of some people. Grow out of certain things. I don't know, child. I'm just an outside person looking in. You look at me and see the girl who lives inside the golden world. Yes. Who dreams of love that she will never be. You'll never know the real me. Paraphrasing a little bit. But y'all let me know what song that is, what artist and what album that came off of, and I'll give you a shout out in next week's review of this show, as long as with what I said earlier about the movie that I referenced earlier. So those two moments, now I'll give y'all a shout out, whatever. If you just got one right, that's fine, still get a shout out. If you got two right, fine, double shout out. Yes. So anyway, Tommy whisked on to jail and all those whole moments. So what else happened in this episode? Let's just get to the masquerade ball. So Jocelyn hosting this masquerade ball. She held the sheet literally in this whole crown moment, looking like a albino deer. And she gets up to the mic. She was just like, "Hey, what's up? What's poppin'? It's Jocelyn Hernandez. Young Joe, why don't you come up and introduce this for us? Introduce this for us. Introduce this for me, for both of us, because we're working on the song and everything. So Jocelyn and Young Joe has been working on music. She's still doing music, still dipping it and doing it, while baby Bella is festering in her belly. And she's excited, Boots, and she's happy, and they released their new song, and I was just looking at the crowd they had in the club. The crowd literally looks like some folks that just popped out the street, child. Just walk me down, walk me on down. I was just like, who is these folks that I got off the street? And then they played a little snippet of Jocelyn and Young Joe's song, and they just in there just chilling or whatever and doing this. And I was just like, this is so fake ass shit. Anyway, so like I said, Young Jock went to Jocelyn's party. I guess the men are the only people that don't have an issue with Jocelyn. But I think if your woman has an issue with Jocelyn, then you shouldn't be a part of anything she's doing, because she's bad news, like in general. Is she not just She-Hulk all the girls like a couple of seasons ago and attack the whole cast, but whatever. So anyway, Young Joe's sitting up there talking, shooting the shit. We see Melissa there. Mimi's Melissa. She's there dressed like Blackula. And Young Joe and Jocelyn sitting there chilling, shooting the shit. My mouth is so dry, you guys. Hold on. It's a moment. I don't know why my mouth is so dry. But anyway, um, they're doing that. Then we see Young Jock. He's at the bar with some ladies. Now Carly Red and her square ass. She said that she was not gonna come to this party, but she ended up pooching on coming to this damn party just to spy on Young Jock and see what the hell he's doing. I mean, girl, look, of course he's gonna have a bunch of women around him. Like you've done with this, how you've dealt with this how many times, and you've dealt with how many dudes that's like just like Young Jock. Like, come on now, like I can't. So anyway, Carly's she shows up and Melissa spots up first. She was just like, "What the hell you doing here?" Jocelyn know you here. She was just like, "Hell no, I don't give a damn about Jocelyn. I'm finna see what Young Jock do." So she walks over to the bar. Young Jock has this main girl around him. And she was just like, "Oh hey, how you doing? I got no issues with you, but I got some issues with him. That's my boyfriend, and I want to know what the hell he doing, chatting up with some woman." So she was just like, no, Young Jock. He was just like, well, this young lady that you see, her name is what's her name, Crystal? Oh y'all, I think her name is Crystal. Is it Melissa? Melissa Crystal. For some reason, I'm thinking her name is Crystal, but it's probably not Crystal. It'll come to me anyway. If not, I'll get it, the next damn review. But anyway, the Young Jock was just like, my homeboy Dro, who just got out or whatever. This is his girl. So apparently it's this guy named Dro who's just getting out of jail, I guess, or the feds or whatever. And Dro used to date Mimi, and apparently Dro is like really bad news and everything. So Dro's been locked up for a long time, and she just had a baby. She had a 3-month-old. This Crystal girl. We're gonna say that's her name. I think that's her name though. No, Jasmine. That's her name, Jasmine. I knew I was gonna get it. So they was just like, okay, well, if your dude been locked up, Carly Red now, of course, nosy. She was just like, well, if your dude been locked up this whole time, is you sure that your man is the daddy of that child? She was just like, to be honest, he ain't. And they was just like, well, who the daddy of the child? And this heifer said, Kirk Frost. Frost bites. Everybody was like, who? And it was just like, bitch, you lying. It was just like, no, you not lying. And she was just like, no, I'm not lying. I mean, it is what it is. So Carly Red, she cussed Young Jock off. The girl, Jasmine, she walks off with her friend. She was just like, this the shit that you like hang around with. This is the trash that you hang around with. Like, Rashida's my girl. Like, I'm not finna do that. Like, I'm not gonna put up with no shit like that. I'm gonna tell Rashida. Jock was just like, no, this is not your place. And then Melissa and Carla was just like, that is her place to say that to Rashida, and all that kind of stuff. So, whatever. So anyway, Kirk walks into Jocelyn's party, in which I don't understand why Kirk was there, because Kirk, Rashida and Jocelyn has never had like any issues per se, but all Rashida's friends don't fuck with Jocelyn, and Rashida don't really fuck with Jocelyn either. So I don't know why these men were there. I don't know why Kirk ass was there, but whatever. So as soon as Kirk walk in, they all look at him, and Carla Red was just like, "Look, let's just cut to the damn chase." The Jasmine girl walks over. She's like, "Let's cut to the chase." So you got a baby by this girl. Kirk was just like, he act dumb. He was just like, I don't even know who this girl is. I don't even know what's going on. Yada yada, this shit crazy. Kirk ends up leaving. Carly Rae ends up calling Mimi to come over. Mimi came at the they came to the bar. And it was just like, Mimi was just like, "Why the hell are you here, Carly? You know you don't fuck with Jocelyn." She was like, "I ain't come for Jocelyn, I came for Jock." And she was just like, "Well, we met this girl named Jasmine." Mimi was like, "Is she sleeping with Jock?" Then they continue with the story. Carla Red was just like, "Yeah, she got a baby." Mimi was like, "Is the baby's Jock's?" Carla Red was just like, "All right. Um, well, the baby's not Jock's. It's Kirk Frost, child." Mimi was just like, "You a motherfucking lie." And she was just like, "No, I'm not lying, girl." She said the baby is Kirk Frost, and Kirk didn't have nothing to say really. So Kirk flies his ass back home. They still working on their house apparently, Rashida and Kirk. So they're staying in the townhome. So they gone back home, and Kirk was just like, "Look, baby, I just want to tell you that if somebody comes up and say that I got a baby out here, I ain't got no baby, I ain't got no baby." She was just like, "Well, what you mean? Like, I'm the queen of Atlanta. Like, I'm Rashida. I'm bubblegum. Like, I don't know what you mean, but we gonna get the bottom of this." And Kurt was just like, "Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy." Rashida knows her husband, and she noticed how Kurt was acting kind of funny, acting kind of weird, acting kind of guilty. And she was just like, "What's wrong with you, boy? Like, what you doing? You just scratching and itching and shit and sweating, and I'll turn the air on. Like, what's the issue?" Kurt was just like, "It's just crazy." And Rashid was just like, this better be a damn lie. When I tell you, you better not let me find out that you got a damn baby out there. Because it's going to be trouble, trouble. It's going to be a damn issue. I promise you it will be. Um, he was just like, he really didn't have anything to say. He was just like, "Yeah, I mean, the shit is just crazy." And then he was lying to her the whole time, talking about this random girl at the club came stumbling over. "What you doing, huh?" Asking him, saying she got a baby. First of all, the damn girl wasn't drunk, or at least she was a calm drunk. Like, stop, Kurt. Lying from gate, lying from Jump Street. And apparently, we're gonna find out on the later episode that he moved the girl in an apartment right up under them. He's taking care of the baby financially. And it's just crazy. And I believe this whole story thing is true, that Kurt do got another baby. And speaking of Kurt, one of Kurt's sons, my homeboy was telling me, one of Kurt's oldest sons is gay or whatever, and like he had like a sugar daddy, and he has nudes online. He's like 15, 16 or some shit, and it's just, child, God bless that whole household. It's a mess. So this love and hip hop Atlanta season is gonna be full of drama. And y'all see they added Tommy as a part of the cast. Tommy looks the absolute fool on the opening credits with that blonde hair on, looking like the frog and none of the princess. And I was just like, Tommy's a pretty girl, but certain hair choices. But she don't care. She crazy. It's gonna get knocked off anyway. She's ready to fight at any time, darling. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalake. Mr. Chalake on Google Plus. Follow me at ITSKINGWORLD on Instagram and Twitter. Chase King was here on Facebook at ITSKINGWORLD89 on Snapchat. All the information will be in the bottom bar below, along with my girl Taiwan Car's YouTube channel. So, see you guys later.